Welcome back to my another video. So in today's video I'm going to show you a setup which you can use, and it only happens in a certain time period of the day, and you can use this setup to take trades, and you can, with this setup, you will be easily able to find out the stop losses of the retail trader. So today we are going to discuss a pattern which is used by retail traders, but we will look for the stop loss hunts of those retail traders. So there are some traders, those who will see this. So this makes a higher high, and then it makes a higher low, and then it makes a higher high, and then it makes a higher low, and then it makes a higher high. So now our retail trader, or like a normal break and retest trader, he will do this, right? Because this was the break and retest, and then market went up. Okay, and now this was the previous structure. So now we, the traders, those who have the perspective of like institutions, we know that people took the buys from here, and for some sort they got the entry and they are in profit right now. So when they are in profit right now, this much profit, so they will do break even right over here, because they don't want to close it in on 1:1. If they close it on 1:1, they will be profitable. But from this we can see that this was a retest and then market went up. So now we, the retail traders, we will look for the price to go down, and there can be fair value gap and anything, and those are the not fair value gap. First the stop loss should be taken, and then we should look for the fair value gap. Okay, so now we know that all the retail traders have done their break even, and some of them would have been not done break even, but still also, so like most of the liquidity is just below of this low. So market will go down. We will not buy from here, from 702 level of optimal trade entry. Okay, because it's like if you enter right over here, it will be like a supply and demand entry. Okay, and there will be some traders, those who will be buying once more when price comes back to this structure, this area of interest. But our entry, we know that where is the liquidity sitting. Liquidity is sitting below of this structure, right? So our entry will be just little, when price will go a little bit below of this structure right over here, we will enter just right over here. Okay, and now we can put our stop loss like 10 pips or 20 pips. Okay, and now our target will be this structure high. Okay, and now then what price do? Price goes up, and now the retail traders can see that this is a market structure shift, right? Because market created a lower low, so they will think that this is a resistance. Okay, this is a supply, so now they will sell from this area. But what price will do, it will keep on going up, and it will take the stop loss one more time. So now our entry will be right over here, and our stop loss will be like 10 pips, and our target will be 1:2 or something. Okay, so you understood this setup, and now I can show you the setup, and this setup will be not clear like this. Okay, it's like a drawing, so that's why it's looking clear. But if you keep on doing practice, and if you keep on looking for this type of setup or this type of pattern, you will train your eyes to look for these type of setups in the market. Okay, but it will take practice. So over here in this chart, we can see that there was a, what's this? This is a demand zone, right? This is a support. So support was broken, and it was turned into what in this candle? Resistance, right? And then market fell down. It started making lower low, lower high, lower low, and then what happened was there were lots of this relative equal highs right over here. Okay, these relative equal highs, and what I showed you in this, that pattern in that diagram, that people, those who sold it from here, okay, and now they are in profit because price went this much down from till here. Okay, so now they will be looking for what? They will be looking for to secure their profits, right? They will do break even like this, and they will target for more risk rewards. So look at over here, what we will do is we will just take an entry little bit above of this fair value above of this high, because we know that there are lots of stop losses. So if you can look for like 3 pips or 4 pips, okay, you can just take an entry little bit above of this, and you can place a 10 pip stop loss like this, and you can target these two relative equal lows. Okay, and now our target will be like this. And now this is a little bit aggressive entry, but if you want a confirmation, you can see that there is a fair value gap also right over here. Okay, so you can take an entry from fair value gap and look at it closely, like look how it fills the whole gap right over here. It just from a pinpoint fills this whole full fair value gap. So it takes all the entries and then it starts to fall, and now I think so it's going for these relative equal lows. Okay, so this was the entry which I told you, and you can look for this type of entries many times. So I can show you. Wait, there this setups happens every time. So look it over here, there the setup is over here also. So if you look it closely, okay, now this is a area of interest, right? This is an area of interest, and now we can see that this was a support, and then this was a demand zone over here. It break the demand zone, and then it became a supply zone, right? And then it break one more time the demand zone, and then it is now a demand zone over here, and now market has given a higher high. So from here it was made a lower low, and then it failed to make another lower low. It just created another higher high, and then higher low, and then another higher high. And what I told you, now the people, those who bought it from this retest level right over here, they bought it from here, right, from this retest level, and they have a stop loss somewhere around like 5 pips or something, or 3-4 pips just below of this zone, and they will target for big RRs from here. Okay, so now when they will see that this type of move in their favor, they will do break even, right? And now what we will wait for, the price to come below of this level. Okay, when price will come below of this level, then we will look for buys. Okay, because we know that there is a lots of liquidity right over here. There's a lots of liquidity right over here. Okay, so now if we can buy over here just little bit below of this liquidity pool here, and we can place a stop loss of 10 pips. Okay, and now we can target for 1:2 for just this high. So now you can see that how we should know what's the retail perspective, okay, to take good trades and to be in a good trades. Because if you don't know what the noobs are doing in the market, or what the retail traders are doing in the market, or not the retail, what should I say, beginners, right? If you open a YouTube and if you search for how to day trade, what's the day trading strategy, so this is the basic strategy which every new beginners without experience, they use this strategy, right? This support and resistance, and this is easy to find out. So a beginner also, if he watches some videos, he will be also able to mark this type of support and resistance, right? But the thing which I'm trying to say, because the big guys, it doesn't matter for them, it's supply or demand or nothing. The only thing which matters is liquidity, that there are the stop losses or not. Okay, this is what matters for them. So now if we can assume that there can be a stop loss below this, and I'm not saying that it will happen 100% of the time, it can go down and it can take a stop loss. That's why stop loss is made. Okay, if it's a stop loss, then you should use a risk management, and then risk management will help you to create profits consistently. Okay, but it's not like 100%. Every trade is 50-50. Okay, but in a series of trades, your winning percentage can be 60% or 70%. But in a one single trade, the trade is 50-50. It can be a loss and it can be a win. It's not like that if I give you a good setup, or if I give you a good analysis or a good approach, you will hit 100% win rate. No, it's not like that. You will take some losses. But the thing which I'm saying, that this is more accurate, because you're trying to be with those big guys, and you're trying to be with the algorithm. Okay, so that's why that's good to be with the algorithm. You cannot fight with them. Okay, so let's be with them. And so that's why I'm trying to say that this is a setup which the retail traders use, the break and retest. I should show you more example. And another thing of this, okay, another thing I should say it. The other thing is that you should know the order flow. Okay, now how I knew the order flow is bullish from here, from 25 March. If you go on daily time frame, okay, and if it's a 25 March right over here, we can see that price has taken what? Price has taken this low, right? So when price has taken this low like this, so from this day, from 24 February, I am bullish every day. I can take loss on this day, also on this day, or I can take a loss on this day. But the thing is, the percentage of getting a good bias, okay, the percentage of getting a correct daily bias will be higher, because I can see on daily time frame it has taken the low from here, and now from this 24 February I will be looking for buys on smaller time frame till it, and my bias is bullish on smaller time frame. I can take sell also in this type of, but that will be a scalping, okay, that will be not like a holding trades for 6 or 7 hours. It will be only for 1 hour, okay. But when it goes and takes this low, so we know that this was making a relative equal lows, and it went down, took all the stop losses, and made a fool of the people, those who were thinking that market would fall down from here. They thought that this is a breakout. No, it's not a breakout, it's a stop loss hunt right over here. So from this day I'm bullish, and when I knew that when market will go and hit this high, okay, then I will switch from bullish bias to what? Bearish bias, okay. So now on this day also, see, on this day also market went up, on this day also market went up, on this day also market went up, and see, this candle's lows are not taking this previous candle's low, right? This was an inside bar, like the market was inside of this candle's range. But see, this candle was also high, this candle didn't took the low of this candle also didn't took the low of this candle, okay, and this candle also, and this one, this, and these were the days when it took the previous day's low. So this can be a losing days. But the thing is, see what happens after that. It goes and hits that high, okay. And now why this high was important, if you can look it closely, the setup which I told you in 50, which you can use in 15-minute time frame, you can use it over here also. We can see that there was a break and retest right over here, right? It was a break and then a retest, and market fell down. All the traders can see this break and retest. All the people, those who are on trading view, they can see that this is a break and retest, okay. And now I know that the guys, those who do swing trading, they took the sell from here, and now they see that they are in profit till over here, so they will do break even, right? So their break even stop loss will be right over here. And now I know that there will be a lots of liquidity above of this high, so that's why when price went up and hit this high, I switched my bias from bullish to bearish from here, okay. And now I think so that market will go down and take this low, okay, or it can go and take this low, and then I will wait for some time and I will see that what's going on. But this what happens if it goes down and takes it. But see, I will be bearish whole day, okay. On this day also I took a loss, but the thing is, I will be bearish till the price goes and takes this low, okay. But I can take losses in some days on 15-minute chart, yes, I can take. But the thing is, the overall I can make profit from this. And so the bias was bullish, okay. So that's why on 25 March, what do you call it, on 25, the bias is bullish. That's why I look for a buy over here, okay. And why I look for a sell over here, because price, the bias was bullish, because on 1h time frame, on 1h time frame it went below of these two relative equal lows, okay. So now price went up, and now I am looking for sells, because I told you that price has taken this high. I took a buy over here, okay. Why? Because price was below of these two relative equal lows right over here, and when it went up, filled this whole gap, and now I see, okay, filled this whole gap. So now what's the order flow? Bearish. So now I look for a bearish trade today, okay, over here. So this is a pattern which I'm trying to explain, and this happens on some other charts also. Wait. And see, this pattern will not work if you're against the order flow, okay. So now look at over here, this was also a break and retest, and now we know that there will be a stop losses below this. But what happens, it kept on falling and it's going down, okay. So that's why it's important to know the bias, otherwise this setup will not work. Any setup will not work if you don't know the higher time frame bias. or like a short-term trend. And how you will get the short-term trend? From a higher time frame narrative. If you have a higher time frame, if you have a 1h time frame narrative that it's bearish, and then you can look for sales on 15-minute or 5-minute. Okay, so that's how it works. And another thing is, you can see everywhere. Okay, this is a normal stop loss hunt trading. So it went up and took these relative equal highs. I think so it took this high also, or it created a equal highs. No, it created a equal high. Created, and price was so close to take this high, but it was not able to reach till over there. The thing which I'm trying to say is, look for this setup on each and every pair. Okay, and look it over here also. So look over here, and this is another setup. Price went above of this high. Okay, and then there was this big candle. Okay, you could have entered right over here. Okay, I would have entered right over here. But if you want a confirmation, you can wait for a fair value gap like this. Okay, and then you can look for a retest from this fair value gap, and then you can look for a retest from this type of fair value gap, and then you can look for sells over here. But if you go on 5-minute time frame right over here, you can see that price was creating some sort of a bullish flag, right? And then it gave a trend line break. You can say it was a trend line break, or it was a move that it was showing that market is going up. But what happened after that? Price went up, took this high, and there was no news. I think so there was news, because otherwise how it's possible? I don't think so there was no news, but you can see the move from here, and it went down and took these lows. These all relative equal lows is taken from here, and now I can say that market will go bullish. But the thing which I'm trying to say is that look for the liquidity, and there are some setups which will help you to find out those liquidity, and it will be easy for you. If you follow those setups, it will be easy for you to find out liquidity. Okay, if you are not able to find out liquidity, if you're not able to find out liquidity, and if you're not able to understand the narrative of retail traders, if you don't know what supply and demand, what's trend line, and so how you will do the opposite of it? Okay, so you should know about that, what's the retail approach. So if you know the retail approach, then you can do the opposite of that retail approach. Okay, if the retails are looking for sales, you know that if a retail trader is trying to put a stop loss somewhere, so you can put your limits over there and you can take a sell. Okay, and now over here also, this was another break and retest. So the market went up, it made a higher low, it failed to make a higher high, it gave a break towards the downside, it gave a retest, and then it made a higher low. But what happened after that? Look at over here, it went up, took this high, the same setup which I showed you in last two pairs. It went up, took this high, and then it fell down, and then it came up, it went little bit above of this fair value gap. Okay, and now some of the traders of SMC trader, they will take trade from this fair value gap, and then they will see that the price is not respecting the fair value gap, and then they will think that their trade is wrong, and they will cut off their trade right over here, because they think so that they should cut their losses. But the main thing is, you should see that price went up one more time to take a taste of that liquidity over here. Okay, to get all of those entries which were over here, to take it one more time, to take that liquidity from here. And then it took the liquidity, and then it didn't take a single time. At 5 o'clock it just shuts down, it just keeps on going out, down and down, and I think so it will go down and take these lows. Okay, but before that, I think so it can go above this high or above this high, and then it can fall down. Okay, and I should show you another AUD USD. AUD USD is also like a Look at over here, making a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. What I told you. This when this happens, this is the best place to enter in the market, okay? And it made a higher high, okay? Now people were looking for sells over here, but what happened? It created a higher high, and now we will sell over here. This is what happens. So look at over here. Everybody was in harmony when they were seeing this higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And when they see this lower low, they were looking for sells from here, right? But over here, we looked for a buy. The breakout traders are the ones, those who got slaughtered in the market, okay? So they got slaughtered right over here. And then what happens? Price went up above this high. People are selling over here, and we know that there is a stop loss little bit above of this high. And from there, it starts to fall. So we will sell over here also, okay? So this is how this thing works. And I should show you more pairs. The pairs. USD CAD is falling. CHF. This price didn't went down of this low. If it would have gone below of this low, I would have taken a buy, but it is what it is. And gold is also like a some sort of, and what does look at over here also, okay, it went down, it gave you an entry and it can give you some profits, but this what happens, okay? So this can happen if you're on a wrong bias. If you have a wrong bias, okay, or something happens in the market, so this what can happen with you, okay? It can go and take your break even, or it can go and take your stop loss, okay? And look over here also, the higher highs, higher lows. Look closely. This thing happened one more time in this gold. This was a support, this was a demand, and then it was a supply, then it was a demand, and then it was another time it was a demand, and market went up and broke this high. So now this is higher high and this is higher low. Price should not go below of this higher low, but what happens? Price goes down little bit of this low, and then this what happens, okay? So I hope you guys understood that what I'm trying to say on this channel. I'm just trying to show you the perspective of a retail trader and the perspective of a institutional trader, or the big players, those who really move the markets, okay? So the thing is, we should know what's the retail trader doing, okay? We should know what's the retail trader's approach, or what's the beginner's approach, okay? Let's say it's a beginner's approach. What's the beginner's approach? They look for supply and demand, support and resistance, trend line. That's the easy thing. One like 10-year-old or 12-year-old can also mark trend line, okay? So now when they will mark the trend line, they will trust fully on that trend line, okay? And I'm not saying the trend line doesn't work. Trend line works. Any strategy, they are flipping the coin will also work, okay? If you flip the coin and if you take a buy or sell on the basis of the flipping coin, it will also work if you are using a good risk management and money management. You will still make money. I'm not saying about that, okay? But the thing is, that will be hard for you to follow, because it will give you more losses and it will give you less wins, but their winning will be big because your risk reward when you will win will be high, okay? But the thing is, any strategy works, okay? But the thing is, if you want to make big RRs, big risk rewards, okay, you should know that what's the liquidity, then only you will get the big trades. Otherwise, any strategy, the trend line also works. But the big guys, they want to take money of the newbies also, and they want to take the money of the normal retail traders. They want to take money wherever they will get. If they will see that it's $100 left, they will take that also. And if they can take $100 from like 1 million people in the market, it can be a lots of money for them, okay? So that's why they create a fake narrative that market is falling down, a fake breakout, a fake retest, okay? A fake retest from the trend line, a fake retest from a supply zone or demand zone, okay? They will create that fake thing, and then they will just move the price little bit below and will take their break even stop loss. And then what they will do, they will just do the opposite of the everyone. Okay, so they will do the opposite of the everyone, and then they will make all the money, and they will take the stop losses of the every noob, every small traders, the traders like us. Okay, they will take all the money and they will go. So that's why we should understand that what they are doing. Okay, because they don't see the chart, they see the chart to know that what the noobs are doing, and we should do the same thing. We should see the charts to know that what the other peoples are doing. Okay, what the other people are thinking, because we have to assume that this is a trend line and this is a trend line break, and that's what's going on. Okay, we should know about that this is a trend line, this is a trend line, and if there's a break over here we should take a buy. So that's why we should know about that. Okay, so I hope you guys understood, and if you guys have any questions and if you guys have any doubts, you can ask me on my Instagram or on my Discord, and you can just comment down below of this video and let me know on what topics I should make more videos. Okay, so this was a setup which is very useful. You can use it, and this setup happens every time, and I should say that I learned this setup from Dr. David Paul. Okay, he used to use this setup, and he told all the details about this setup of break and retest in his video. I think so it was a video on his YouTube channel only. Like, he has a YouTube channel also, but he's dead now. So, but he has some good legacy in this trading field. But like, that's the thing, like, I learned this setup from his YouTube, but this is really useful, and ICT also used to talk about it. Okay, so yeah, if you guys have any questions, just ask me in the comment section and DM me on Discord or Instagram. And if you guys like this video, and if you guys got some real value or real information from this video, just drop a like and subscribe and share it with your trading friends, those who really trade. Okay, so yeah, until next time, wish you good luck and be safe.